In this lesson, we'll be discussing about finding the rate, the percentage, and the base. A problem like this involves the concept of the base, the rate, and the percentage. The base represents the whole or the total number. It is the number that usually follows the phrase percent of, or percent symbol and the word of. While the percentage, it is a part of the whole. While the rate, it expresses the relationship of the percentage to the base. It is the number that is written with the word percent or with the symbol percent. For example, in the statement, 8% of 50 pesos is 4 pesos. 8% here is your rate, while 50 is your base, and 4 is your percentage. To solve for the percentage of a given problem, we use the formula P equals R times B, where P is the percentage, R is the rate, and B is the base. Let us apply this formula in the given problem. Assuming that your family's monthly budget is 20,000 pesos, how much would be each of the parts following the allocation below? So for food, you will be dividing your budget by 45%. So this is your 45% from the family budget chart that I have here. For education, we have 30%. For recreation, we have 20%. And for savings, we have 5%. Let us now solve each parts by using the formula that was given a while ago. Now, to find the amount of budget, we will start for food. We need to perform the following steps. Step 1, you have to determine which is the percent, the rate, and the base in your given situation. In the given problem, the base that we have is 20,000 pesos, while the rate for food is 45%, or in decimal form, that is 0.45, while the percentage is unknown. To solve this one, we need to substitute the given values to the formula and perform the indicated operation. Again, the formula in looking for the percentage is P equals R times B, where P is your percentage, R is your rate, and B is your percentage. So R is 45%, B is 20,000. Before solving this two, or before getting their product, we have to convert 45% into a decimal number first. So that will become 0.45 times 20,000. So the budget for food is 9,000 pesos. So this represents that 45% of 20,000 pesos is 9,000. So that is allocated for food. Next, to find the amount of budget for education, we need to perform the following steps. Number 1, determine which is the percent, rate, and base in the given situation. The base a while ago, again, is 20,000 pesos, while the rate is 30%, or in decimal form, that is 0.30, and you are looking for the percentage. So again, we follow the formula P equals R times B. So the rate given for education is 30%. So we need to multiply 30% by 20,000. But before that, you need to convert 30% in decimal form. So it will become 0.30 times 20,000. We now have 6,000 pesos. So this represents 30% of 20,000. For the next one, we need to look for the budget for recreation. So let us determine the parts. For the base, it is still 20,000 pesos. For the rate that is allocated for recreation, that is 20%, or in decimal, that is 0.20. And the percentage is unknown. So following the formula P equals R times B, we now have 20% times 20,000. So 20% will become 0.20 multiplied by 20,000. We now have 4,000. So the 4,000 pesos is allocated for recreation. So that is 20% of 20,000. 20,000. And then lastly, we have the budget for savings. So for the base, we have 20,000 pesos. For the rate, we have 5,000 or 0.05, and the percentage is unknown. Substitute the value from the formula P equals R times B. R is 5%. Change it to decimal, it will become 0.05. Multiplied by 20,000, we now have 1,000 pesos. So therefore, after computing everything from the given formula, we now have food, which is 45%. The amount allocated is 9,000 pesos. For education, that is 30% of 20,000. The allocated amount is 6,000 pesos. For recreation, the percent is 20%. The allocated amount for this is 4,000 pesos. While the savings is 5%, the given amount is 1,000 pesos. So for a total of 20,000 pesos. So that is the monthly budget for a family who earns 20,000 pesos a month. Next, let's try another example. What is 40% of 60? Again, you have to determine first the given values in your given statement or in a given problem. In this case, the given rate is 40%. In decimal, that is 0.40. The base is 60, and the percentage is unknown or missing. For the step 2, you have to substitute the given values to the formula and perform the indicated operation. The formula is P equals R times B, where R is 0.40 and B is 60. Multiply them together, we will get 24 as our percentage. Therefore, 40% of 60 is 24. What is 25% of 200? So again, let us determine the given values. R here, or the rate, is 25%. In decimal, that is 0.25. Your base is 200 and your percentage is unknown. Substitute the values in the given formula. P equals R times B. Rate is 0.25. Base is 200. Multiply these two values, we now have percentage equals 50. Therefore, 25% of 200 is 50. Next. In this case, we have a different kind of problem. It says here, 5 is 10% of what number? So this time, we have rate as 10%. In decimal, that is 0.10. While the base is now missing, and the percentage given is 5. So how are we going to solve that one? We use the formula base equals percentage divided by the rate, or B equals P divided by R, where P, which is your percentage, is 5 divided by the rate given, which is 0.10. So 5 divided by 0.10, that is 50. Therefore, the base is 50 and 5 is 10% of 50. 30 is 35% of what number? So again, the identified given values are rate equals 35% or 0.35. The base is missing. The percentage is 30. The formula is B equals P divided by R, where percentage is 30 and the rate is 0.35. So divide 30 by 0.35, you will get 85.71, or in rounded whole number value, that is 86. Therefore, 30 is 35% of 86. Let us have another given problem. This time, what percent of 50 is 1,000? Looking at the given statement or the given problem or the given question, rate now is missing because we are looking for the percent, while the base is 1,000 and the percentage is 50. So how are we going to solve this problem? We use the formula rate equals percentage divided by the base, or R equals P divided by B, where P is 50 in the given problem while B is 1,000. So 50 divided by 1,000 is 0.05. Change this into a percent by moving the decimal point to the right twice, so 1, 2, and then put the percent sign or percent symbol at the end of the number. So we now have 5%. So therefore 50 is 5% of 1000. Lastly, what percent? So we are still looking for the rate. What percent of 3 is 200? Rate is missing, base is 200, percentage is 3. Following the formula, R equals P divided by B, where P is 3 and B is 200. 3 divided by 200 is 0.015. Move the decimal point to the right twice, so 1, 2, we now have 1.5%. Therefore, 3 is 1.5% of 200.